It's a new warning out of New York City tied to the dangerous stunt known as subway surfing. This weekend, officials say 2 girls were found dead after playing the game, which involves riding atop a moving subway car.
This is really tragic.
While subway surfing has been a problem for decades, some argue social media is helping to fuel the latest surge of deadly stunts. New York City officials say in the first 6 months of this year, more than 1,800 subway surfing videos have been taken down.
Goofies.
It's hard to see a child get killed that way.
And the problem goes well beyond New York City, including this footage showing people riding an upside-down tabletop tied to a moving vehicle. Just weeks ago, in a similar stunt, a Pennsylvania teen was charged with involuntary manslaughter after allegedly killing his 17-year-old friend who'd been sitting atop the upside-down table. Prosecutors are calling it a dangerous TikTok challenge. In a statement to NBC News, TikTok says any content that promotes dangerous behavior, which may lead to serious injury, is a violation of our community guidelines and will be removed. When NBC News searched for subway surfing on TikTok, the platform replied with this message, urging users to learn how to recognize harmful challenges.
They're doing it for, maybe a little bit of the prestige, but what's it all for if, it's over in a moment?
Tonight, New York City's top transit official warning the trend is not surfing, it's suicide. Aaron McLaughlin, NBC News.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay...
Yeah, let's go backwards. TikTok. TikTok should have been said this. Why? Because this has been going on for a very, very, very long time. What was TikTok at when the kids at 3 a.m. was kicking in people's doors? Scan families, people shooting at them. What was TikTok at then? TikTok should have been did this. That's the thing. We're screwed. Can I just say that? As America, bro, I'm trying to look from the outside looking in, and I'm inside. So I got to put my body outside looking in. And I'm like, damn, China probably looking at us like some dummies. They're like, wow, they're so confused. This is the reason why we don't allow TikTok in our country. They have, the Americas not only has backed a Chinese company that doesn't allow TikTok in their country, they've also are doing dangerous trends that they all are influenced by that put each other at harm. And then they constantly keep doing it because it's fun. Yeah, y'all can have your fun. And this is the reason why I think TikTok is for the degenerates. And not all information on TikTok is bad. But I will say it's a lot of misinformation spilled on TikTok. There's a lot of stuff on TikTok that I feel like it's just making us degenerates as people, right? I say that due to the fact is, look at this. They surfing on tables, upside down while traveling. Some of them had helmets on. Okay, that's good. But that doesn't exempt you from sliding and scraping your whole body up, possibly injury and bone fractures, right? And then you got these 2 girls subway surfing. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, if you're dumb, you're dumb. Raise your hand if you're dumb. I want all the TikTokers raise their hand right now. And I don't mean all the TikTok, because there's some good stuff that comes from TikTok. You can learn how to cook good food. You know what I'm saying? You get a little quick information. But majority of the stuff that I see people ramble on at TikTok and send me TikToks of is degenerate information. It's very sinister. It's about, when I first started seeing TikTok, it was little girls on there twerking and shit. I said, yo, this is bad. I said this way before it blew up. Because you got to understand, TikTok was out a long time ago. TikTok was kind of lame when it first started. When the black people started hopping on TikTok, it started to tee up, bro. They started to make it lit. They put the black music on there, Megan Thee Stallion, all the TikTok dances and songs and shit. They made that up. Look, I want to get at it by saying we've lost our way. We've definitely lost our way as Americans. All Americans. Not every American, but all Americans got to take responsibility. Because not only did we try to petition to get rid of this Chinese company that functions in China, that has all your data, that also promotes degeneracy. May I add, China doesn't allow their people and their citizens to consume this, even though it's a Chinese company. See, and then we defend it as if it's American, right? That's the degeneracy right there. And now the president got to negotiate with the Chinese government about information that's being taken from this Chinese app. Come on, bro. Y'all think they don't have that information? It's tech, man. This is tech. It's just like Facebook, YouTube. They got your information. But I'd rather have an American company have my information than a Chinese company. That being said, this is degenerate information. These challenges are getting out of hand, and it's already been out of hand years ago. When I first did reports recently about kids 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, kicking down people's front door as a prank. And then I seen one guy, a brother, he got charged for murder because he shot one of the kids. He thought it was an intruder. He was just protecting his domain, his home. Oh, you shouldn't have shot at somebody that was just kicking in your door at night at 3 a.m. because it's a TikTok trend. You should know. You should know it's a TikTok trend, and you shouldn't fight it, huh? That's what they want you to believe. And this is why this degenerate behavior. You got 2 girls on the subway surfing. What you think, this is a video game, G? Y'all think this a video? Y'all think this subway surfing, huh? This ain't no video game. Motherfuckers die. What happened to them girls was the least that could happen to those girls. That's what should have happened. What do you think you gonna do? What do you think you gonna survive running on top of a moving train? I'm not saying they should have died, but that was the only outcome of this situation. Let's be reasonable now. Them being kids got nothing to do with it. Them being kids only have to do with them being dumb as hell. But a child would know if you're standing unseatbelt on a moving object, you fall. No? Am I wrong? Standing on a moving object, not buckled down, not seated belt, on a slippery slope, because you know trains are like this. They not like this. They like this. That means you have to balance yourself directly in the middle, just not to fall, while it's moving and curving around, while going a certain mile per hour, which is very fast, to get to the next station. And you're not just standing still. You're moving on it. You're moving on a moving object with a slope, and it's slippery and no traction. I think death is the only option, because that's what you're asking for. Grim Reaper sitting in the back like, man, keep them coming, TikTok. They get dumber by the dozen. That's what the Grim Reaper's sitting back and chilling. That's what he's saying. I guarantee that's what he's saying. That's what he got to be saying, bro. The Grim Reaper's sitting back like, damn, another dummy? When they gonna learn? These TikTok challenges getting out of hand. If it was my option, I would think that China sent TikTok over here as a rogue mission to get the degenerates out the way. So when they fight, they ain't got to fight the dummies too. Get the dummies out the way. Because you dumb for a reason. And I go on TikTok, a lot of misinformation, a lot of chopped up information. I'm like, damn, somebody has sent me a TikTok like, look, this guy's racist. Like, really? I look at it and I'm like, all right, what's the context? Well, we don't have that video. What? That don't make sense. Why don't you have the whole video? You're basing off a 30-second clip? How can you determine what he was saying prior to what he said? You can't. That being said, man, this is ignorant. This is degenerate information. A lot more kids gonna die after this. I'm not saying they should, but what happens when you are riding an object that is moving at a fast rate of speed, slippery slope, moving in all directions while you're moving on that platform? Makes sense, doesn't it? It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.